Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Sunday, October 4th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner and I make these daily videos so we can all stay on our purpose-driven path, living one day at a time. So if this is your first time here, stick around to the end. Maybe you'll want to consider being one of my new subscribers. I love you being here. I love this venue for all of us and how we're supporting each other, especially during these crazy times of it's just crazy out there. So anyway, if you want to find out more about me, all the information about me and the tarot decks I use is down below in that dibbly-doo box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website, or you could email me directly, LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Okay, today we're jumping into our general reading, and I'm working with the Gregory Scott tarot deck. I know this is a fan favorite. I'm hearing I need to pull out the World Spirit Tarot deck. I'll do that sometime this week as well. He's amazing. You'd love Gregory. Check out his stuff down below. All right, here we go. Our first card today is the Chariot. Now the Chariot, this is a major arcana card. So this is about what is propelling you, what's driving you, what's giving you momentum to move forward. Where are you finding your balance? When I see this black and white lion, I see that being about a time of coming into balance. Now remember, we are in Libra right now. Happy birthday, Libra. And this is a time of finding, Libra is about not just finding the balance between situations, life, philosophy, emotionality. They really are very thoughtful about all their decisions and choices. But remember with Libra that once a judgment has been decided or once a decision has been made, the appeals process is very slow and can be very challenging with Libras, because once they take so much time to make up their mind, and then when they make that decision, either yes or no, they don't like to go back. But I love the Libra who's able to reevaluate and go to the appeals court, and if a new case has been presented, to be able to find an overturning of a certain ruling. So that's just a little generalness about the Libra. But here we have now we're talking about what is propelling you forward, what is centering you, what is your driving force. Look, so confident this guy in his chariot that he doesn't even have to hold on to the reins. Those lions are not going to lead him astray. And certainly the lion is also the symbol for the strength card as well. So it looks like when you're sitting in this power, you're more in your strength, your power. So I asked Spirit, I was like, well, what exactly is this about? So I got 3 clarifiers, which is a lot. So the first one is, this could be about your work, how you're hammering it out, how you're hammering out those details, how you're persevering in your hard work with the 3 of Pentacles. Or this could be you staying into a state of either victim or rescuer, or staying in a role of unwilling to accept your surroundings or the situation that you're in. Or this is about you grasping for money and figuring out your monetary path. Or this is the compulsion card. Now, what I often see when I see these two together, this is about, listen, I've been a victim. I've been a victim of crime. I've been a victim of assault and all sorts of terrible things by strangers that have happened to me in my life. And when that happens, when we do become a victim of, let's say, a crime, it does take time to heal that. And oftentimes it does help when we have someone to come to our aid, to stand up for us, to help unbind us, to help us remove our blindfold so we're able to see a situation more clearly. But the invitation here, that's going to come a little bit later, but I'm going to say it now, is for you to recognize if this is a compulsive behavior of being a victim or being a rescuer. Those are traits in codependency of just being in that dynamic with another person. Doesn't mean you're always feeling like a victim, but maybe when you're with this one person that something always happens, they always end up throwing you a lifeline or rescuing you, or you're the one that they call when they need someone to bail them out. Like, you don't hear from them for months, and then suddenly they're having all sorts of health issues and they want to know what your thoughts are. Like, they want you to come in with your rescuing, like to help remove the blindfold. So it's just really looking at where you are. Is it a compulsion? Compulsive being you are not able to stop the behavior. Or compulsion, right? Like compulsive gambling or compulsive drinking or drugs or sex or whatever. Is it a compulsion where you really just are not able to? And it can be a thought as well. And the last thing I wanted to mention about this first card, this Chariot, what's driving you? Are you compulsively working or thinking about work or how you're going to hammer it out? You know, it's finding the balance, going back to the balance of the black and the white little kitties there. Finding that balance between what is truly driving you and helping you move forward. That's the invitation today. That was it was like, wow, what's this card about? And this one, but then it all made sense. All right, our second card or group of cards, it's only one card, is the Knight of Cups. Now here we have, look at this guy. It looks like he's at a mini Stonehenge. He's tattooed all over his body. I don't know if you can see that, but he has sacred markings on himself. He is about doing his meditative practice. His cup is full, but not overly full. He is in bliss with harmony, with spirit. And this is about you finding your center energetically, cleansing yourself, releasing yourself, giving yourself a clean slate. You know, this could have been, this whole bit of nonsense might have been what carried you before, but maybe it's not working anymore. In this old way of hustling, I know for so many people who are in my gray-haired community are a part of this hustle gig economy now, because nobody wants to hire us because we're overqualified, whatever that means. It means we have experience, we know how to come into work. Nobody wants to hire somebody over 50. So that was an old way of working, of being compulsive. Maybe the work is now to sit in your energy, to have an energetic and emotional, because it's a cups, an emotional cleansing, a purification, a redo, start over. Who am I now? When I see this card, that is the question to inquire while you're doing your meditation. Who am I today? How is this going to help me to move forward? Who am I today? That's what Spirit keeps saying. Who am I now? It's keeping up with ourselves. Was it yesterday's video? I was talking about the shopping, the compulsive shopping, right? And that being an out of balance motion because it's not being in alignment with who you are now. You know, who you are now knows that you don't need a 15th set of bath sheets if you're one of those shoppers who needs to go get more and more and more home goods for whatever reason, whatever compulses, what's that driving force. This is you sitting with Spirit and saying, okay, I'm none of those things. I am not my past. I bring my experience from my past. And the invitation today is to find out, who am I today? Who am I now? And now you're getting a free, is it free? Yeah, I keep hearing free, a clean slate. Like, it's okay. Whatever all that other stuff was in the past, it's done. You don't have to worry about that. All right, our final tarot card is the Ace of Swords. So this is about you having some intellectual curiosity about maybe during your meditation, you're going to be shown a new vision of a new way to reinvent yourself, or a new direction for you to move into, or a new way for you to feel about a past situation, or a new way for you to look at that old story. This card, the Ace of Swords, is inviting you to have intellectual curiosity. And look how he's got a hand on the world there. It's as if when he organizes his thoughts and writes them down, it has a direct impact on our planet. Oh, that sounds grandiose. But let me tell you, if you are truly doing your light work and your energy work and your inner person work, and you're sending healing energy out throughout the world feels it and heals from it. This is about being clear, organizing your thoughts, organizing your mental thoughts, mental clarity, starting off on a new, let's say you've had a recent what does that mean? Health diagnosis or situation that's come up. Now is the time for you to say, listen, you know what? I'm going to investigate some other alternative treatments or what has worked with this situation in the past, and stepping into that scholarly mode, because we are in this time of Libra, and even though we still have the effects of this full moon from what month are we in? October 1st, right? Those effects are still out there, but what we're feeling is this energetic support for you to investigate, look in new ways. Look at how his sword is on the wall behind him. That is laying down the sword and picking up the book of knowledge. Always exciting when we're stepping into that schooling, that intellectual curiosity. All right, our final card today, it's from Denise Linn. Let me tell you about her. I love her. Info down below. Read about her. Find out her story. She's incredible. It's a miracle she's on this planet. Talk about quantum energetic healing. She's got a great story. Okay, so you're stepping into unknown territory. I know, I make the faces. It says you are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. This is where you need to be. Remember that when you give yourself permission to relax and get into your happy place, if you can transport yourself, visualize yourself at Stonehenge or whatever other energetic space in this time space reality where you feel supported, blessed in nature, and able to receive information from the universe, go there and accept that you're stepping into some unknown territory. But the owl is there. You're not completely alone. You have birds, and it might feel like you're alone. What does Abraham always say? You feel really alone when you're out on the leading edge because nobody else is out there with you when you're creating your new path. But you need to tune into you to hear that. And that is why this weekend is all about quiet, finding your peace, being able to step into your power, to find that realignment power so you can dial down the worry and find out what's going to help drive you forward. Because you got this, kitten. You've been working so hard. Listen, little tomato, I know tomato season's almost over, but you'll always be my little tomato. It's been tricky. It's been a tricky time. And allowing ourselves to go inside, to be able to take that energy and really shower it onto ourselves first, helps us open up, so then our light shines forward for others. And if you are only working because it was the old way that suited you, this is the invitation to look at what you're doing, how you're doing it, and stay open and receptive to new ideas to where you're headed. Sounds like a good day. And pick up a book, for Pete's sake. Write it down in a journal. Those things really matter. You know, when we take those thoughts out of our heads and manually write them down using, not typing, but literally doing it in a writing, then what we're doing is we're engaging in that energy of being able to pull the thought out of our head and create a reality in writing first. And then we're able to execute more easily. Yeah, that's what Spirit's saying. All right, my dear, that's our reading for Sunday. If you are one of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. And my regulars, thank you for being so patient with me for my recent illness. I missed you guys so much. And I hope you know how much I love you. And I look forward to seeing you next time.